Hello, I'm Shawn Counsel of the Counsel Law Firm here in North Texas, and I wanted to take just a few minutes to speak with you about a question that comes up nearly every time I have a consultation with a potential client. And that question is simply just what is, the Chapter 7 process? What does that entail? And in theory, it should be pretty straightforward. It's not always simple, but it is a clear path towards a discharge. So in the beginning, in the first, what I call the planning phase, the first thing you need to do is get together all of your financial statements. You need to get together your bills, your invoices, your pay stubs, and for about the last 60 days. Get together all that information and take that to a competent bankruptcy attorney in your area. The bankruptcy attorney is going to be able to explain the different chapters to you, help determine what's going to be most beneficial. It's also going to be able to take a look at your debts and determine what is going to be dischargeable, help give you a clear picture of what your situation may look like after the filing. And also importantly, he can take a look at your assets and explain the exemption laws in your area, and if need be, do some further exemption planning to help preserve more of your estate, or most of the time all of your estate and property, after a bankruptcy filing. The next step, once you've done that, once you've met with an attorney and decide that bankruptcy is going to be the right option for your debt relief, then the next thing is just what I call the preparation phase. You need to help your attorney prepare your petition, your schedules, your statement of financial affairs, and you need to do a good and thorough job at that. It's important that you file correctly with the court. You list all of your debts, you list all of your property. It's better to list your property on those schedules and exclude it than it is for the trustee to find out later on, or a creditor to find out later on, that you were trying to hide property. At that point, it could even risk your discharge, which is the whole reason in filing bankruptcy in the first place. So it's very important that you list everything, that you're honest and candid, and do a good job on that. After you've gone through that preparation phase with your attorney, the next thing is simply just filing the case. Your attorney will likely file that electronically, and once it's filed, the court clerk will schedule what's called a 341 hearing. Now, a 341 hearing is a meeting of the creditors. It's mandated by the Bankruptcy Code, Section 341, hence 341 hearing. And it's called a meeting of the creditors, but odds are 9 out of 10 times in a Chapter 7, creditors don't show up. It's simply just not worth the time paying someone to go down there to sit through a short meeting, when odds are they're not going to find out any additional information that's going to help them anyway. So what does that process entail? What's a 341 hearing? It takes about 15 minutes normally. It's a process where your attorney will lead you through some questions in front of the bankruptcy trustee who's been assigned to your case. And the trustee may have some follow-up questions, but it's really just a chance to sit down and explain sort of the circumstances that led up to the filing. Why are you here? Why are you having to utilize the bankruptcy code and the protections that it gives? It's not something to be fearful of. The trustee's not necessarily trying to throw your case out or deny you a discharge. They're just doing a good fact-finding job for the record. After that, after your 341 hearing, assuming there's no objections or any other motions to have to oppose, within 90 days the bankruptcy court will issue what's called an order of discharge. And at the time that order is entered, all dischargeable debts that were properly entered on your schedules that were filed with your case would no longer be collectible against you. And essentially, while there's a lot more processes involved in terms of making sure we get everything done accurately and correctly, that is the process in a nutshell. So in the beginning, you always have the preparation phase or the planning phase, and then move into preparing all the documents and ultimately filing the case and seeking a discharge. So that's basically the Chapter 7 process. If you have any other questions, feel free to give my office a call. The number's on the screen, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.